Ah, this chair is so high. Assalamu alaikum, Shannon معكم. Hey everybody, it's Shannon. In this video, we're going to talk about somebody else's video of them watching somebody else's video. في هالفيديو رح نتكلم عن ردة فعلي لواحد يوتيوبر أو يتابع فيديو يوتيوبر ثاني, okay? A little bit about me. I'm an Arabic linguist. I'm a native English speaker. Grew up in Virginia. بتكلم شوية عن نفسي. أنا أمريكية. أنا مترجمة. أنا عشت في ولاية فيرجينيا. I lived in Dubai for 7 years. عشت في دبي 7 سنوات. تعلمت عربي هناك. I learned Arabic there. Most recently, I worked as a linguist with the U.S. Army Special Forces. And I was actually the only native English speaker there. شوفوا هذا شهادة وضربوني. This is when I got shot. Alright, so as you can tell, we're going to do this video in both languages. We're going to try to. بنحاول إن نسوي هالفيديو باللغتين. I was doing some searching around on YouTube the other day. كنت أبحث على اليوتيوب لقنوات أمريكيين أو غير ناطقين عربية. I was looking at people's, like YouTubers who are not native Arabic speakers and the kind of content they're putting out there, just from my own research, all right? And I found this guy's video, Mike Still, he did an American Learning Arabic reaction. لقيت واحد اسمه مايك, هو بريطاني أعتقد, وهو سوى فيديو حق ردة فعله لأمريكية تتعلم عربي وأمريكية تتعلم عربي. Let's check it out. Let's check it out at the beginning. Sorry.
كيفكم السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي مايك. أنا أدرس اللغة والعربية. أنا طالب عربي وأنا أحاول أن أتدرب وأتعلم اللغة العربية معك بالإنترنت.
He says, and teach Arabic with you on YouTube. You mean learn Arabic with you. Because علم is علمك عربي is I teach you Arabic. أتعلم عربي معك means I learn Arabic with you. So just a little تصحيح.
باليوتيوب. أنا من بريطانيا. أنا درست اللغة العربية منذ 8 سنين الحين. والحين أريد أن أشاهد معك فيديو من البحرين. أعتقد من البحرين. وفي هذا الفيديو هناك أمريكي هو يدرس اللغة العربية مع صديقته. Okay, so I really wanted to show you this video. I came across it a couple of days ago and I thought it'd be a really fun video to just watch with you on my channel, and maybe we'll pick up some new vocab, maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll just enjoy watching
let's see it.
somebody learn Arabic, because I love watching people learn languages. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play it from the beginning. The first thing that they say, I think you heard him or her say, was كيفكم. So كيفكم literally means how. Kayf means how, and kum is like you plural. So كيفكم means how are you. So right up they're just being like, what's up, how's it going? كيفكم. And he says it perfectly. كيفكم. اليوم.
Perfectly, كيفكم. Well, that's different from كيفكم. In Saudi, okay, so when I started learning Hijazi dialect, my first day I go into class, I'm like, كيفك, you know, أنا شانا, and my teacher who's Hijazi, she was like, it's كيفك. In Hijazi, it's كيفك. I'm like, oh, okay. أول يوم في كلاس حق لهجة حجازية رحت وشفت قابلتي وقلت كيفك أنا اسمي شانا, وهي كانت على وشك إن هي تلطشني بس ما لطشتني الحمد لله, وهي قالت لا كيفك مش كيفك, إحنا بالسعودية بالحجاز نقول كيفك. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, just there is a distinction between كيفك and كيفك depending on the what region, just so you know.
اليوم just means today. Yom means day. So yom is like a day, and اليوم is like the day, which is like today. So like اليوم, today, just yom, day. So that's like already quite an interesting learning point. نحكي عربي. So she says نحكي عربي, which means like we're speaking. Now I think she might be of the Levant region, so like Lebanon, Syria.
Yeah, راح نحكي عربي, that's more like, okay, yeah, Shami. He means Shami.
The Arab world.
Yes.
Because she's using this verb, like تحكي عربي. That's what they'd say in Urdun, for example. So she might be Jordanian, she might be Lebanese, she might be Syrian. So there are lots of ways of saying this verb to talk or to say in Arabic. You could say أتحدث, أتكلم, أحكي.
Or حرج. الحرجة.
تحدث, like there's loads of words that you can use for this verb to speak or to say. You can just say كلم عربي. You might find that more in the Gulf. But she's saying نحكي
نتكلم لا نتكلم. You're forgetting the ta, sweetie.
عربي. So let's go on and just see what else they're going to say together.
عربي. كيفكم؟ اليوم راح نحكي عربي.
So he did pretty well there. He said, I think he said nefki instead of nehki, but that ha, which we'll come to later, the ha is like, it's not the easiest letter to say. Ha has to come from the back of the throat, like you're breathing on, like you're trying to steam up some glass in front of you. Nehki,
okay, that's good.
And the Arabi is, of course, with the ain, Arabi, ra.
إحنا اليوم.
إحنا اليوم, we are today. إحنا means we, or نحن, إحنا in like colloquial إحنا اليوم, نحن something.
موجودين.
نحن موجودين, we are in, we are positioned in. موجود means to be positioned in.
موجودين is like here. إحنا موجودين. موجودة is like also like present. When the teacher's taking role, present. أنا موجودة. I'm here. I don't say I'm positioned. It's like موقعي. It's weird.
مملكة البحرين.
مملكة البحرين. That's my first word I've got up here for you. مملكة البحرين. So البحرين, people that you might meet in America or Australia.
Well, he forgot to say it's مملكة البحرين because it's مملكة البحرين. You're describing the place that we like. It's a you would pronounce it as the ta. Sometimes when there's ta marbuta, you do pronounce it as the ta. اللغة العربية. You see what I did there? مملكة البحرين. There's a ta in there. You don't say مملكة because it's also harder for you to even speak when you're doing that. You have to put the ta in. It makes you
Canada or the UK or wherever you happen to be, they might say Bahrain. Most of my friends' family, yes, they call it Bahrain. Have you been to Bahrain? I have been to Bahrain. It's great, like it. I'd like to go back, but the Arabs will call it Al Bahrain. Bahrain.
Yeah.
So it's got the ha in the word Bahrain. I've written it for you here. So Mamlaka Al Bahrain means the kingdom of Bahrain. You might see this word Mamlaka when you're looking at the full title of Al Mamlaka Al Arabiyya Saudiya. Al Mamlaka
Saudiya.
Arabiyya Saudiya. The kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Al Mamlaka Saudiya.
لا تنفجعوا.
Same thing. Let's see what else they're going to learn.
Don't get pissed at him.
So, if you're learning Arabic, you probably know this word, sayyara. Sayyara means car, and I've written it here, sayyara. He does pretty well.
I think in Egypt they say العربية also to be the car.
And he guesses it right.
The cart.
What do you think it means?
Sayyara.
Say what's up.
What, is he wearing a Houston Astros hat? I just noticed that. Shout out, represent. Well, I only have a Dodger hat right now, but I just moved to Houston. I'll get one soon anyway.
Oh, it's a car.
Yeah, sayyara.
So sayyara means car, sayyara. And the ra is like a ra as opposed to sayyara, as we might say in English.
Yes, you roll the R's.
Sayaro.
Sayyara.
Sayara?
Yeah, sayyara.
Sayara.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he does really well, to be fair. He really does really good. Well done, Kang of YouTube. Well done, mate.
Fuck you mean.
So you can read this right away. Fawake. Do you know this word? It means fruit, or technically I think it means fruits, like plural. Fawake. And the hardest bit about this word.
He said, fuck you, me. And that's the thing, like when I started learning Arabic, a lot of beginners, they try to find like humor in it, like in Spanish, tango, oh, it takes two to tango. Tango means I have. Whereas in Arabic, you say, que fuck, and it says, oh, you're saying fuck. Like, really, like, but so let's say he said fawake, he said fuck you me. I haven't heard that one, but I heard when people say k fuck, or then they're learning the word kifik. Oh, ki fuck you. Like, it's just like, please, like, this is the language of my profession. Stop. It just gets old after a while. مرة يعني تعبت من السماجة عن كلمة عن. But there is actually a verb fuk, like to open. So there's a commercials they do for Oreo, like on ايش اللي they did, like he's like تفكها وتذوقها وتغمسها.
زي ما تعلمنا يا جماعة. تفكها ندوقها تغمسها.
You open it, you taste it, and you dip it in the milk. I don't know why I remember that.
Is the ending where it kind of ends in the ha sound. So you don't just say fawake, you can say fawake. فواكه.
Say فواكه.
And it goes on a little bit longer, which is a unique
I don't
sound
even do
in
that.
Arabic that you don't get so much in
Yeah. You don't really hear people pronouncing it as a...
So
فواكه.
he mispronounced this totally. Let's see what he said.
Fuck you mean.
So old.
No way, not even close.
She's not too impressed by that. I think it's a look of kind of like, not disgust, but like, calm down, mate.
It's on? Okay, it's on.
Yeah, close enough.
Fawake, so he gets it there. Fawake.
Close enough. Yeah, فواكه.
What?
And then it's that fawake, and obviously it's like a new sound for him because he hasn't really maybe heard this
People always get excited when they hear a foreign language word that sounds like a cuss word.
sound at the end of a word before, so it's taking him a little bit by surprise.
Fawake? Fawake.
So he said like gahwa. So he was maybe overemphasizing the sounds here, but if you know a bit of Arabic, you can probably guess what he's trying to say here. Qahwa. Now this letter qa is a really hard
قهوة.
word to say. I've written it for you in this nice table, and you can see the first letter is a qa, like a qa with the two dots. So qahwa. So 4 letters, qahwa, qahwa, and that means coffee. Just means coffee. And if you're in the Middle East, like coffee is a big part of culture. It's an integral part of socializing, and you'll find coffee everywhere. It's like quite common to see it in the hotel lobby. If you're in Dubai.
Yeah, in the nice hotels in Dubai, you find coffee and dates. I love that, like Arabic coffee and the dates. أحب يعني في الفنادق لما تدخل الفنادق بدبي بعضهم مو كلهم الفاخرة كذا عندهم تمور عندهم قهوة عربية.
For example,
أحب الضيافة العربية.
Coffee in a little cup, and yeah, you'll see it everywhere. So qahwa is a really important word to know.
قهوة.
Now notice how she says qahwa. Now this is another clue which tells me that she might be from maybe like the Levant region of the Middle East.
What? She says qahwa. Like I feel like if she's from the Levant region, like Lebanon, Syria, they would say ehwa or ehwe. Especially like in Lebanese dialect, and my friend's Lebanese, when she would say words that end in ta marbuta, she would pronounce it kind of like a, like كتير حلوة, you know? Consider كتير حلوة, كتير حلوة. And so if you're saying قهوة, or they say ehwe, because they don't pronounce the qaf. Okay, بقول لك أعطيني قهوة. Or you could say قهوة, but it's more like in Saudi they would say قهوة. You pronounce the qaf as a g. So I don't know why he's saying she's from the Levant if she's pronouncing as a g.
Syria, Jordan, Palestine, that area. One other which I didn't mention, Syria. Did I mention that one?
Lebanon.
So she could be from this part of the world, because in that part of the world, in the Levant region, in the Levant Arabic, you don't pronounce the qa. You just don't pronounce it. So like
that's what I said.
Qalam would just be alam. Qahwa, which is coffee, would just be ahwa. You just don't pronounce it. You just say like instead. So they just drop that qa. So qahwa, coffee, would just be pronounced ahwa, which is, I guess, something useful to know in case you're going to Lebanon, for example, and you're like, wait, why is no one pronouncing the qaf? Well, it's because they just don't in that country.
Gawa. What do they say cafe? Cafe. How you say cafe? What?
مقهى. It's really hard.
Maqha, coffee shop.
So I think this is really interesting because one of the cool things about Arabic is if you want to convert a word from like a noun into like the place of that noun, for example, coffee, qahwa, cafe, like the place where you go to drink coffee,
you add the meme.
Is maqha. Now another example of this is museum. So like an antique is tahaf, like tahafa. That's like the
more when I hear like usually when they say tahfa is like a masterpiece. Anti tahfa like, but yeah, mathaf is museum.
The word for antique. And if you put a meme in front of it, this ma sound, it turns into mathaf, which means museum.
Right.
So mathaf is like the place that you go and see the tahaf, which is the antiques. But qahwa, coffee,
qahwa,
maqha, you basically put the meme at the front and that
يقولون
makes
coffee
it like
shop.
the place
يقولون, they say coffee
So
shop.
pretty good little thing to remember that in is a style of Arabic language that they use.
مقهى.
قهوة.
قهوة. قهوة.
That's a Bahraini way of saying it. And
Okay, so like I said, Khaliji.
say قهوة.
See,
See?
notice again, like she's saying ahwa.
Then why did you say she's Levant if she was saying Gahwa before? Weirdo.
Coffee for her, maybe let's say she's Lebanese. I don't know, but let's say she's Lebanese and she's saying ahwa instead of qahwa.
أعطيني واحد قهوة.
And she's saying أعطيني واحد قهوة. Give me a coffee. Literally, give me أعطيني a coffee. واحد, one, اثنين, ثلاثة, أربعة. أعطيني واحد.
Yeah, and Altini you would say to girl or a guy the way it's conjugated. But if you're talking to plural, you say Altoni. As if you مجموعة. Altoni. Gahwa.
Give me one coffee.
But what you should say, I mean, what I usually is like if you want to be more polite, عشان تكون مؤدب أكثر قول لي يعني قهوة لو سمحت. A coffee, please.
Likes to know me.
It's like, I want one coffee, please. This is a very easy one.
That's Shay.
Yeah, shay. So shay.
So shay, do you know this? Shay is tea. Shay. Sheen.
Shay means thing. Shay is tea.
Aleph, yeah. Shay. Tea. Nice and easy.
Not the name. Shy.
Shy.
Similar to coffee.
Tea.
There you go.
Shy.
Shy.
I need some shy.
This is the next word that comes with it. Shy.
Oh. Karak.
Karak.
Oh.
So karak, I wanted to talk about this because this is actually karak tea right here. And wait, is this with cardamom? No, that's original. So this is here is cardamom flavor.
We should get at that. أنا عندي قهوة عربية من السعودية. Thanks to you guys. عندي قهوة أحسن من كده. Should show you. I'll show you it's my بالهيل. Hail is cardamom. Okay, obviously the one from scratch is better, but this is okay for now. It's قهوة. It says بنكهة الهيل. It's cardamom flavored. I feel like it always tastes like cardamom. It just depends how strong you want it to be. But yeah, this is the good stuff. Kánq is okay, but.
Now, if you haven't had karak tea, this is actually a gift from one of my friends, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, it's from Kuwait actually. And this is karak tea. It's really good. It's blended with herbs and spices like cardamom, cloves. What else is in here? Yeah, mostly cardamom, I think. But even like the original one, which doesn't have the cardamom written on the side, this is still a very flavored, milky, strong tea. It's very high in caffeine, for me at least, because I don't really drink all that much coffee usually. But it's really good, and yeah, that's what they're talking about here. So the way this is spelt is literally 3 letters, ka-ra-ka, karak, karak. And it's a type of tea commonly drank in the Middle East. So إذا زرت الشرق الأوسط فيمكنك أن
لو رحت الخليج تقدر تشرب الشاي الكارك. الشاي يقولون شاي. أعطيني شاي. I don't know if they say شاي كارك. Anyway. But you should ask, like, don't ask for karak tea. You should be asking for Arabic coffee. That's what I mean. يستغربوا منك إذا رحت السعودية وأنا أبغى يعني تمر وشاي كارك. لا قهوة عربية بالهيل ولا تمر.
شاي.
What?
Why do people pronounce karak crack like karak?
I
have no idea.
Stumbled upon that as well, and it is true. Like they say K-A-R-A-K, and they're like karak. It's not like crack. It's like karak. You vowel every letter, but it's like a short vowel. So karak. Karak.
Okay.
Pretty much everybody knows this word.
Oh, habibi.
Habibi, wallah.
Habibi, yeah, there you go. So habibi, there you go. Habibi literally means my love. It's from the verb hub, to love, and habibi means my love. So yeah, it's a good word. I've written them all here for you.
But remember, habibi is what you say to a guy. Habibti to a girl. Just so you know.
I really hope you found this video interesting. Do check out the original video from Kang of Youtube and his friend. It's really funny to see them both learning together, and it's funny to watch him learn like some Arabic. and he does really well. So yeah, check out his channel. It's in the link below.
إن شاء الله عجبكم الفيديو هذا. If you have any comments or questions, put them down below. Let me know stuff you want to see in the future. علموني إذا في شيء ثاني تبغوا تشوفوه على قناتي في اليوتيوب. أحبكم. Love you guys so much. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So like واشتراك. وإذا لسه ما سويتوا. أحبكم وأشوفكم المرة الجاية. See you guys next time.